All thanks and praise is due to the Bassis Foundation. God is most great. None has the right to be worshipped but you. Hello, everyone. It's Stepdog, the hip hop prophet here, and basically, I'm going to make a series of videos, and they're going to be called the Book of Revelations, and then the topic of the video. So it's going to be all about the Book of Revelations. That's the final chapter in the Holy Bible, if you want to call it that, even though I don't really refer to it as that because it's filled with lies and BS and phoniness. And I mean, it's still technically a book of the Lord, but it's very corrupt. But anyway, we're going to start with a section here that I thought would be interesting because I already know the breakdown of this. Okay, it's called the Lamb and the 144,000. And I'm basically just going to read the main sentence that I feel is most important. Okay, no one could learn the song except the 144,000 who had been redeemed from the earth. These are those who did not defile themselves with women, for they remained virgins. They follow the Lamb wherever he goes. I don't know how much about that, but I could explain to you the 144,000 Jewish virgins. What people need to realize about the Holy Bible and the book of Revelations, it's their endgame prophecy. It's the endgame prophecy for the Jews. It doesn't involve anybody else. It doesn't involve black people, white people, or Asian people, or anything. It only involves Jews. Now, okay, if you're a white Jew or a black Jew or whatever, yeah, it involves you. Now, basically, here's the deal. In the Jewish religion, a boy becomes a man at the age of 13 when they take their bar mitzvah. So the 144,000 Jewish males, they're all under the age of 13. You know what I mean? The only Jewish males that will survive and make it into paradise are the ones who haven't taken their bar mitzvah yet. Now, say your father's a Jew and you haven't taken a bar mitzvah. If you're over 21, you're done. You're a man in God's eyes too. So you're a Jewish man in God's eyes. So it's a really gray area between 13 and 21. But God knows the truth. So basically what's going to happen is this. You got the 144,000 Jewish males that will be allowed to survive. But that's only because they agree to learn my prayer and say it 100 times a day. Otherwise, they won't survive either. But this is the end game for the Jewish male. Basically, all Jewish males are getting wiped out, except for these 144,000. And that's because they didn't take their bar mitzvah yet, so technically they're not a Jewish man yet. So they can still take their shahada, learn the prayer of the golden rule, and follow the golden rule and be a Muslim of the golden rule. They're the only ones that get to survive out of the Jewish males. Basically, every other Jewish male, there's three things they have to do. First of all, they got to take all their wealth, all their possessions, everything they have, and hand ownership of it over to the Bassis Foundation. Two, they got to snip the scumbags off. The foreskins come off. No more Jewish children in the world. And third, they got to go back to Israel. Go home. Because basically, they got to go back to Israel and wait for God to chastise them. And I'll say this to any Jewish male out there who doesn't want to listen to what I just said and follow what I just said. You're going to get a mark. Now, if you make money with your hands, you're going to get a mark on your right hand. If you make money with your mind, like lawyers or accountants, you know, a lot of Jews are those things, you're getting one right on your forehead. You cannot hide it. You cannot get rid of it. Everybody's going to know you're going to hell and that you're damned. You cannot remove it in any way, shape, or form. God's going to torture you until you die in this life, and then you're going to go to hell for over 1,000 years. And I'll say it to you like this. If you survive the torture in this life, in this world, basically what happens to you then is you still have a mark on you, and you cannot get rid of it for anything. So when the time comes, God's going to let the Muslims of the Golden Rule know it's time to go gather the rest of the people with the marks and imprison them. Now, once you're in prison, you got to be treated nicely and with respect. But God's going to assign a day. Now, on that day, basically what's going to happen is this. All around the world, synchronized in unison, all those people remaining with the marks are going to be put on the chopping blocks. Their heads are coming right off, and that is when paradise begins. Christians call that the rapture. Muslims call that the day of resurrection. I refer to it as the day of resurrection as well, because technically that's when paradise is resurrected back onto the earth. So, basically, that's the story of the 144,000. You know, if you're a boy and your father is a Jew and you've had your bar mitzvah, you're done. You know, hope you didn't just do it last week, because you just missed the warning, didn't you? But anyway, that's the story of the 144,000. This is Stepdog, the hip hop This is Stepdog, the hip hop prophet. I want to say peace out and have a blessed day. All thanks and praises due to the Bassis Foundation. God is most great. None has the right to be worshipped but you. Peace.